Hi, my name is Drew May. Slate the camera. The first song I wrote is when I was living in Austin, Texas. I was walking through campus singing a song to myself. These were lyrics that I was coming up with. It was my internal monologue. And it was so strong it wouldn't go away, and I could hear music with it. And it was actually a song. I'd never written a song before. Yeah, it's called Snot-Nosed Kid. It was very Sex Pistols. Yeah, very Sex Pistol-esque. It was punk. It was different. It was darker. It was funny, but in a dark way. It was menacing. Menacing is the word that I would use to describe that song. Menacing. I must have written that in 95, 96, and recorded it in 97. Yes, I mean, maybe there was a part of me that was a snot-nosed kid. You know, the songs, a lot of them, are autobiographical, but they're not necessarily true to who I am in the sense of the person that I am in my day-to-day life. But inside there's a cast of characters that exists. And there's a Sid Vicious character that exists inside of me, and there's the Nashville and the bad boy of country rock that exists somewhere inside of me, and all these different characters, and you know, they have something to say, and you know, the way that I think that we carry ourselves in society, and then we have our imagination. And through leveraging our imagination, we can write songs about anything.
And I don't do karaoke, the opening lines. Actually, the opening lines are all about your affection for all things Japanese.
Yeah.
And I was curious what that stems from when it started.
I had a Takamine guitar, Japanese guitar. I have a Japanese car. This is real world stuff. I'm driving around, I'm just thinking to myself, I've got a Japanese guitar. This is what, you know, songwriters do in their cars. I drive a Japanese car. I don't have a Japanese girlfriend, and I never have, unfortunately. I have a wonderful Filipino girlfriend. And I thought, you know, and what just came naturally was, I have a Japanese girlfriend, and life is grand. And I thought to myself, that's the shortest song I've ever written. It's like, that was it. And I would just drive around randomly in my car just singing that to myself. And I don't know what happened, but I had a thought about karaoke. And then that's where the chorus came in. Son of a gun. It's no jokey, I don't do karaoke.
So was that months later?
Yeah, it was at some point. I don't remember when, but it just came later. I thought, oh, that fits with the verse. And so I came up with the chorus, and then the rest of the song, it poured right on out once I got the chorus. And I thought, okay, well now the song's a little bit longer than just one verse.
Have you ever offended anybody with your music?
I hope so.
You hope so?
I hope so. I don't think that my music's, you know, well, some of it could be. There's some songs that I've written, but
it felt like the crowd was getting a little offended at Java Monkey the other night.
Oh, really?
Just a little bit.
What song?
The country.
A Man Like Me?
A Man Like Me.
Good. You know, it's a lot of the lyrics are tongue-in-cheek.
Yeah.
And I knew as I was talking to the crowd that it's going to take a good sense of humor for people to get through this.
I think they did ultimately. It's just when you started, people were real standoffish about it.
Yeah. That's all right. I'm not so interested in being controversial. I just think that there are a lot of thin-skinned people that can become easily offended. And you know, I'm not writing music for 7-year-olds. I ain't big and I ain't strong. I ain't been around too long, but I figured out what I need to know. I don't think I offended him yet. So sit right down at the table and listen up, 'cause I am able to tell you just how it's gonna be. That's where I started to offend them. A woman like you could learn a lot from a man like me. That line. That was the line.
Do you ever preface a song like that? Like before you start playing it? Like, hey, this is from the perspective of a character, and I don't actually feel this way.
I did that night. I said this is a song by Nash Villain, a character that lives inside of me. He's the bad boy of country rock. You're gonna need a good sense of humor to get through this, but we'll get through it together. Yeah, you know what it is? I don't think a lot of, other than the people who I know, there were a lot more people in that room that I did not know, who did not know me.
Right.
And I think if they did, and they knew my repertoire as a whole in its entirety, then they would get it. And, you know, with the songs that I have, sort of experiment. Sometimes I'll go do an open mic and I'll do maybe 2 more dark, slow, introspective songs, more moody, and just see what sort of reaction I get, what sort of response, versus if I'm doing typically 2 more upbeat, sort of tongue-in-cheek songs and one slower tune. I don't want to go out and play a set where 80% of my songs are the more moody, introspective, darker songs. I don't want to do that.
It's not you.
Yeah, it's not me. Yeah, you know, the open mics that I really enjoy. I mean, I enjoy all of them. That's why I go and do them. The ones where I have the best time are where I know the most people, typically. A lot of the time going to San Francisco Coffee Roasters for the one that Brian Revels has, it's a lot of fun because I know a lot of people that are there. So I like that.
Are you going tonight?
I plan to, yeah. Right now, I just want to continue to write, continue to perform and play, continue to work on my musicianship, and just to do that for the rest of my life.
Loneliness, you become my company. I'm helpless to fight your empty charm, to catch a break in this world. Can someone come and rescue me? 'Cause I've fallen off the edge of the earth, and I'm waiting for someone to catch me. I think this time it will hurt when no one is there. Restlessness, you told me day and night, I confess. You've erased my soul, call my name. I've disappeared. Will someone just remember me? 'Cause I've fallen off the edge of the earth, and I'm waiting for someone to catch me. I think this time it will hurt when no one is there. Destiny is calling, but it feels like I am falling into nothingness. Is there nothing left? Once familiar faces now disguise the simple traces, and the truth that I've been searching for was never to be found. Cause I've fallen off the edge of the earth, and I'm waiting for someone to catch me. I think this time it will hurt edge of the earth.